I'm not even sober now. God.
You could shorten that to I love being sober. Great. Brian, is the stream started?
Yeah.
Okay. Good, I'm glad they got all that. Okay, so last time you guys successfully killed the Hira bandits in the cave that you found. Bradley obtained part 2 of Kusanagi. The breast of Kusanagi is the name of this one. I don't know if you ever learned it, but your sword is titled the Eye of Kusanagi. In case you were wondering.
Yeah, I don't think you ever told me that.
Okay. I meant to, but it's probably one of those things that just slipped my mind in the moment. After murdering more innocent bandits, Landre got a +1 great sword with some special properties, and on top of that, you guys got a bunch of Electrum,
Hell yeah.
a handful of potions, and 4 scrolls, I know. And I did post the scrolls in the chat.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yep. Perfect.
Here to help. That's what I do.
So you guys had waited until early morning to enter this cave? Oh, well done.
Oh, yeah, it's all me. Good job, me, man. All hard work on my part. Yeah.
This is slander, and I will not tolerate it.
Thank goodness Chris is here, or it would be total anarchy. No notes taken at all. Okay, so you guys had waited until morning to enter the cave, so it's roughly actually I forget, was it early morning or late morning when you guys went in? I think it was a late morning, right?
It was late morning, yeah.
Okay, so it's around noon at this point in time. And as you are kind of collecting all of the gear, distributing who wants what, everyone roll me a quick perception check.
23. I hope that was quick enough for you.
It was.
Nice.
Dice would be nice. Okay.
I got a 3.
15.
Okay.
17.
17?
Yeah.
Okay. Tim, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Excuse me.
17.
Okay. So Bradley starts to feel weak in the knees a little bit, but is able to steady himself. And it's not like you feel ill or anything. It's almost as if you get this surge of power and then it like drops away entirely for a second. And you just have like this acclimation period. Everyone else, you start to hear this howling kind of echoing through the caves. Allie's able to discern that it is just like the wind blowing through the tunnels. But it still gives this very eerie sound as you're in this kind of one-chambered room. Also, looking around the room, you do notice like there are bedrolls, and there's a clear place for where a fire could be built. There's a few barrels of like dry goods, kind of like casks of dry goods. So they have either been hauling this stuff around with them, the bandit group that is, or they've been camping out here for quite a decent amount of time.
Well, I do believe that we should probably stay here, and in the morning we will make our way out of the desert. But considering the condition that we're in, if we would run into a fight, I don't believe we could win it.
What if there's more of them and they come back while we're resting here?
I guess we would deal with that as it happens.
That's a good plan, Bradley.
Bradley.
What laundry?
I don't think I need this anymore, and I would like to give it to you.
What?
I hand him my monkey spear.
What is this for?
You could use it for climbing, or you could probably shish kebab vegetables. If you knew how to crochet, you might be able to make some very large crochet items.
No more fucking talking, laundry. Thank you for the spear. Now, go face the wall.
I do that.
All right, now that laundry is on timeout, Brad will go and investigate what's in these dry goods and see if there's anything that he's interested in eating.
Yeah, snacks would be great. Ellie's going to do the same thing.
So there is one cask, I don't know, barrel? Or, it's about half full of like jerky. It's seasoned with salt, but nothing else. So it's, I mean, kind of bland, but certainly edible. Another one is dried fruits and nuts that you can. That one is almost entirely full, as it seems like they probably looted it and didn't bother either breaking into it or eating it. And there is another barrel that is just it's just salt, and it's almost full.
We're going to take all of this stuff back to the mansion, too.
Well,
Long, you can
they're not
come
gonna
off
eat
of
it.
timeout, so long as you apologize.
I'm sorry I was in timeout, Bradley.
Apologize to the whole group, not just me.
I adjust my collar. If I could have everyone's attention.
Yeah?
yes, laundry?
I just wanted to say that I didn't mean to be in the corner for that long. I had to wait until Bradley said that I could leave. And I'm sorry.
Why did Bradley... Sorry, laundry, I didn't interrupt you. Why did Bradley say you had to go in the corner in the first place?
Because I gave him my monkey spear.
Oh,
Oh, wait a
laundry! No, laundry! Stop.
You gave him a spear and he made you go in timeout for it?
I'm trying to remember. The last few days have been a blur.
What are some things that I could use the spear for, Laundry? Why don't you tell Billy all of the ways that you could use the monkey spear?
Allie raises her hand.
You know, I just remembered something. I had a strange dream.
You know what? Allie, you go ahead instead.
You can use the spear like a walking stick.
And Brad will just facepalm.
You know, Brad, because you're so old.
I mean, you could also just, use it as a spear. Like, that's... You could use just a regular stick as a walking stick. That doesn't... Not really a special use.
It's outside the box. I'm quirky like that.
I hate
Jesus
all of you.
Christ.
Yeah, Allie's going to take this iron pot she has in her inventory that hangs off her backpack. She's going to fill it up with the dried fruits and nuts, and then pull the platter and silverware that she stole from the Duke's house also out of her backpack and set her up with a nice little meal. She'll set places if she has enough silverware for like everyone, but she totally just sets it all up on the ground, and it's totally an open invitation for anyone who wants snackies.
So you definitely have enough silverware. You don't quite have enough plates. So you have enough plates for you and one other, and then you have like one bowl and one large mug.
Yeah,
Lee
that'll be
has
fine.
zero concept of table manners, so she's just gonna go to town.
Yeah, Landre will definitely eat.
Bradley, it's dinner time. Join us.
I like the idea that Tim is staying muted out of pure rage. It's
can
the
hear it.
principle of this.
Brad's gonna walk out of the cave and just be out in the desert for a little while.
Roll me a Constitution save, Brad.
All right.
As you walk into this dust storm.
Honestly, though, feels better than what was going on. So 12 plus 3 is 15.
Okay, so it's really hard to see out here, and it's even kind of stifling to breathe. You're not taking physical damage from it, but it's just getting in your eyes and your nasal passages, and you kind of start to like gasp for breath, and it gets in your throat.
I'm gonna tie a bandana around my face.
Okay. That helps a lot. Your eyes are still stinging, but you're able to at least. God, I love the angry doe. So yeah, like your eyes are stinging and you can't make any discernible shapes out, but at the very least you can't hear them. Okay.
As he leaves, Billy is just sitting there feeding like fruit nuts to her squirrel, and she'll go, "Wow, he's gonna be even angrier when he goes out into that dust storm." I just imagine we just hear him like scream as soon as
No, it sounds like he's having fun. Actually, I'm sure he really enjoys it.
It's just 3 solid minutes of cursing. Half of that is covered with like muffled by a bandana.
Oh, that's good. He needs to have fun once in a while.
Brad, you return to the same scene that you left.
Except there's less nuts now. Allie decided she doesn't like the fruit.
Poor Landre.
Brad's just going to pull out his bedroll and lay down and just put his fucking pillow over his face and just lay there, brooding.
I'm gonna sit down by him Indian style, cross-legged, and poke at his shoulder and say, "Bradley."
I'll ignore him.
I'm gonna get nervous and poke at him harder.
I'm gonna just try so hard to ignore him.
I'm gonna lay down right next to him and then kind of.
What the fuck, Laundry? What the fuck? What do you want? What? What the fuck, Laundry? Why does no one here understand interpersonal communication or fucking gestures or facial cues or literally anything that it means to be a fucking normal functioning member of fucking society?
It's because we're all playing D&D over voice chat, Brad.
Allie just leans over to Billy and says, "Someone's hangry. He should have stayed and eaten."
she goes, "What does that mean?"
It means he's hungry and angry.
Wow. Those are both two very unpleasant things to be.
Poor Bradley.
Thank goodness. I was worried you'd run out of air under there.
Why would I run? Go face the wall, Laundry! Now!
I'll get up and walk over.
Brad's gonna try and go to sleep.
Roll.
Like I want to take like an hour-long nap and see if Laundry is still looking at the wall when I wake up.
I guess roll a con save and try and roll low.
It's a 16, so I'm assuming that I can't fall asleep.
Yeah, no, you haven't been awake for all that long. And you also are still like, every time you kind of start to drift off, you start like spitting out grains of sand that were like stuck in your passages, and
I think he has like a throbbing tension headache from just being so upset too.
Allie's gonna put a mug of dried fruit next to him while he's trying to sleep in case he, gets really hungry while he's taking a nap.
Fred will wake up and angrily eat it.
She smiles.
As soon as he wakes up, Billy goes, "Well, it always makes me feel better," and she'll cast dancing lights throughout the whole cave.
Laundry, you can come and rejoin society if you would like.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Oh, Laundry. Say it like you mean it.
I'm gonna try and conjure up some tears.
but mostly I just have a scrunched up face.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Oh my god.
It's okay, Laundry. We forgive you, and we always will.
My face goes back to smiling immediately.
Do you want to hear about my dream?
Absolutely not.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
No, don't encourage him.
I don't remember it anyway.
Wow. Cool story, Laundry.
Yes, riveting.
It was something about a hallway and a song. I think the dream was that I was in a hallway and there was a song.
Great story.
Wow.
I felt like it meant something at the time, but looking back on it now,
That's
I
Are
don't
you
nice.
going to complete that sentence, or are you just going to trail off?
are you going to eat that?
I'll point at the bowl next to his bed.
Brad has been eating it.
I ask him anyway.
Yes, you moron!
Are you going to eat that half-filled bowl of trail mix that you're currently eating? I could really use it to remember this song.
Well, I was gonna recite my dream, but I can't find the notes that I took.
Oh my god.
Oh my fuck. Roll a history check if you want.
Ooh. 17 minus 2.
15 is still enough for you to remember. Jesus Christ, Brian. Actually, roll me a religion check as well. I was gonna have you do that after the dream, but I forgot.
7.
Okay. You're a champion of Demeter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's weird. So you remember two figures arguing in a hallway as you were approaching them. Everything was super bright, so you couldn't quite make them out. You were very short in comparison to your normal giant blooded self. You remember one of them saying, this one was supposed to be mine. The other one retorted something along the lines of, like, well, he's mine now. And then the first one said, it's all her fault. Her and her mother's champion. And that's when you got up to them. The second voice had put his hand on your shoulder and said, it's nice of you to join us, song.
I'm gonna go sit down right next to Bradley.
And I'll start reciting it all, and I say, and then he said, it's nice of you to join us, song.
And the entire time I'm just like watching him eat.
What do you want me to do with that?
What would you like me to do with that?
I don't know.
I'll take it for you if you're done.
No, Laundry, stop trying to eat my damn food!
Very well.
Go grab your own. There's plenty.
Where?
The damn barrel!
gonna get up and go over to the smorgasbord and say, I don't even care if you've poisoned this.
That's good. It's real good.
I really wish that I would have took a spell that created poison.
I think he's a high enough paladin it wouldn't matter now.
I wish I was a high paladin.
Okay. And so your day passes with more seemingly random commentary from Andre and outbursts from Brad. They're standing in a corner. Allie's enjoying the show for the most part, I would say.
Sounds about right.
Billy's still trying to figure out the group dynamic a little bit.
Yep, she's got no clue what's going on.
But night will fall, and the howling, at the very least, that's kind of been going on intermittently from the wind whipping through these tunnels, seems to die down a lot.
Well, hopefully there's clear weather for leaving in the morning. Who's going to take first watch?
We'll take it. I mean, we seem to have a pattern going on here, right? That's what groups do, right? We're stable and functional.
Definitely not. But you can have first watch, and Brad will go lay down.
I'm gonna go poke Brad's shoulder.
Laundry, if you do not go to bed, I am going to slit your throat.
I just wanted to let you know that I'll try and finish that dream tonight.
I don't give a shit, Laundry. At all. I don't care if you go bludgeon yourself with your fucking greatsword.
Do you think it would help?
Yes, definitely. You should probably find some nettles and eat them too.
Bradley, I can't eat nettles.
Why not?
I think they're my only weakness.
I think logic is one of your weaknesses, so there's two.
I'll keep an eye out. If I can't eat logic, I don't know what I can eat.
I hate that made me laugh.
I'm gonna go hit myself with my sword. One good kabonk and try to lay down and have my dream again. I don't know. So I'm just gonna think real hard about the dream as I try and fall asleep. I think that's my only method.
Okay. In that case, I will need Laundry and Alleyway to roll me a wisdom saving throw. Billy, a perception. And Billy, are you keeping watch in the cave, like where you guys are, or are you going to the cave entrance?
She's like sitting just at the cave entrance, so outside probably.
Okay.
That's a perception.
Yes.
15 again.
15? Okay. Landre, your rest is perilously devoid of dreaming. Allie's out like a light. And Elliot. So Billy, you notice that the winds aren't too bad. it's still kicking up some of the sand further out, so you don't have a great field of vision. Are you a human?
Yes, she is.
Okay, so you don't have a great field of vision to begin with. But the light that's being shed by the moon gives you, a little bit of something, and you definitely don't hear anything coming up to you. You certainly don't see anything.
Do. Okay.
Yeah. You're free to wake up whoever you would like for your next watch.
Great.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. I'll wake up and I'll be very wide-eyed and I'll say, I've come to join you.
Okay. I mean, I was planning on going to bed, but I can sit with you if you'd like.
Do you know who I am?
You're my friend.
Well,
I don't know you.
Andre, yes you do. My name is Billy.
Oh. I'm gonna realize I'm not in my dream and my face will fall.
Thought you were dreaming, weren't you?
Bradley's going to be so disappointed.
We can cross that bridge when we come to it.
I wasn't looking for a bridge, I was looking for a hallway.
She just kind of like, he says that, and she just like it's like a look straight into the camera moment. Like, and she just goes, it's, you know what? Okay.
I'll
Do you like
get up.
Milky Way to keep? Do you like Milky Way to stay with you during your watch?
Oh, yes, that'd be great. Thank you.
Comes the albino squirrel. Sounds like a euphemism, but I swear to God, it's not.
all right, please. This is a PG stream.
You just said this is an adult game earlier.
Brian, shut your fucking. Perception check from Londrick, please, for his watch.
13.
Okie dokie. Billy, a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, she's great at those. She's not great at those.
I feel betrayed already. 8?
8.
Okay.
Jeez.
That's so stupid.
Laundry, do you have dark vision?
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't see it on here. Nope.
Okay. And are you keeping watch at the mouth of the cave or like in the room? I'm just keeping watch of Bradley.
Yeah. I think I'll just sit down next to his bed again.
Okay. So to you, it sounds like the wind has died down quite a bit. But it's kind of hard to tell from where you're at. You don't really remember hearing wind when you were like entering the cave. And it was a little windy outside, so like hard to tell. 50-50, heads or tails. Um, but you would guess that it's probably safe enough to travel at this point. And hopefully that weather will keep until the morning. Billy Way. Milky Way's the squirrel.
No, run for the squirrel. Come on.
Okay.
I'm super psyched for that.
I have
The,
stats for a squirrel.
the squirrel is tearing through the nuts and dried fruits barrel. Billy Way, you get into your bedroll, your head's on your pillow, and you have a bit of trouble kind of falling asleep, so you start to imagine yourself like laying in a field looking up at the stars. And like you can feel the breeze blowing over your face. You can see constellations. You start kind of picking them out, and then you notice one star that is it's out of place, and you kind of feel yourself being drawn towards that. Your peripheral vision starts to go hazy, and you feel yourself almost floating um, as you're staring at this star. You start to try to like push yourself up to get like a better look at it, and find that you are um, pushing against nothing. You check your sides, and there is just ephemeral blackness. You look back at the star, and you are speeding towards it. It's taking up more and more of your field of vision until it is almost your entire view. And it is bright and red and burning. And despite being so close to this star, everything feels colder than normal. A chill spreading to your very essence, freezing your bones and your very soul. And as you are stuck with your vision turned towards this star, you feel something brush past you. A cloaked figure um, with long black hair pushes past you and seems to dive straight towards the center of this cosmic burning sphere. It reaches out its hand, and you see a small, like solar flare kind of whip out, almost to defend itself against it. But he grabs a hold of it, and the light dims and dims until there is nothing but blackness and him. He pulls his hood over his head, low over his face, and turns to you and says, "Oh, Billy, running so hard from a past that you don't want to admit towards a future you don't understand. Someday, Billy, someday." And you feel your vision dim and grow black, and the rest of your night is spent in an uninterrupted sleep. Landre, who would you like to wake up for next watch?
Bradley.
Here we fucking go.
I'm gonna have my face like right up against his face.
As soon as my eyes open and I see how close laundry is, Thunderwave. DC 15 Constitution save, please.
Oh my god.
Billy, roll me a perception check at disadvantage, and with a -10. Allie, roll one at a just at disadvantage.
So that's with a -10, you said?
Yes, on top of whatever your normal perception is.
That's a -4.
I got an 8.
Allie, you kind of start to wake up at this loud banging noise. Billy, you are out.
If she like sits up, does Allie see like laundry fly across the room or something?
Did you pass or fail, Brian?
What? Oh, what am I? What's my con? What am I?
DC 15 con save.
Failed.
All right.
Then yes.
You're going to take 10 damage, and you're going to get launched 10 feet through the air.
Do we get a full rest with these watches included or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been counting that. I count it as the day starts after all of the watches are taken.
After I hit the far wall and come back to my senses, I say, I decided not to wake you up with water this time. I know you hate that.
Yes, I'm a huge fan of the way you just did it. I just realized that you do not understand sarcasm, Laundry. Please don't ever wake me up like that ever again, okay?
I understand, Bradley. You're upset because I didn't finish the dream.
Sure, whatever. Go to sleep. And Brad will go and take his watch.
Do you want this? No, hold up the squirrel.
No! Go to sleep.
I'm gonna take this squirrel to bed with me.
Okay,
Unbearable jackass.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
I'm gonna pour water around my armor, and then I'm gonna hold the squirrel up to it and say, "Now don't sleep there. It's bad for you."
It looks at you and like does that thing that small animals do where they like are cleaning their face with their paws. It's not paying attention.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna try and think harder this time about my dream.
Roll another wisdom save. And Brad, a perception check if you wouldn't mind.
That's even higher. 19.
13.
13. Okay. Brad, are you at the mouth cave? Cave mouth?
No, I'm watching over the party.
Okay. It seems pretty quiet to you from where you're at.
Alright.
And you notice probably that Laundre is like tossing and turning a little more than usual, and Billy's normally like sleeping in a tree, right?
Yeah, and she's not a quiet sleeper either. She's a tosser and a turner as well. So she just probably looks dead.
Billy is lying completely motionless except for the occasional like twitching in her sleep. But you have no frame of reference for that, so to each their own, I guess.
Well, and Brad also just doesn't give a shit at all. So there's that.
Also fair. um. So, Landre, you kind of get snippets of your dream. Like, you kind of get that waking up feeling in the hallway, but then, like, it kind of fades to black, and then you kind of get, like, a, like, nice of you to join us song. And then it, like, fades to black, and then you hear, like, it's all your fault, 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 fault. And that's when you wake up in the morning. Brad, your shift is very quiet, other than your party members.
I want to cast Speak with Animals real quick. And then
Okay.
I want to wake up my squirrel friend and say,
Oh God.
"Did you have any dreams last night?"
Did he?
There are nuts everywhere.
Were you in a hallway?
I I was in a barrel of nuts. And he kind of like jumps off your shoulder and starts skittering towards the barrel of nuts. And for
That sounds like a nice dream.
it was.
Good morning, Bradley.
Yes, quite.
I'm gonna like almost just out of habit pick Alleyway up and drape her over my shoulder as I start eating breakfast.
Okay.
She like initially like kicks her feet and like pounds on his chest a little bit, but then she just goes back to sleep.
Okay.
That's all. She's just gonna be my mink for a while.
Okay. Do you wake up Billy Way at all?
Mm-mm.
Brad will
You
go
have
and
two
wake
shoulders.
up Billy.
How do I wake up? Do I like wake up in a panic or well, yeah, she probably would.
You definitely like shoot awake. Like there's no like morning grogginess for you at all.
And when she wakes up, she just goes, "Where is he?"
Brad will hand you a cup of coffee and go, I don't know what the fuck you're on about, Billy. And he'll go sit down.
Points at Laundry.
This is sort of this is sort of like not quite a yeah, it's a coping mechanism. She'd like to cast. Do we have time? Do we have like? Well, heck, you know what? I'll just ask this in character. So, what are the plans for this morning?
We're going to make our way back to the mansion, of course.
Would we happen to have an hour and 10 minutes?
Sure. I guess. I don't know. We're not really in any hurry to do anything. Although I was thinking that we should perhaps stop at the town and see if we could find any goods that would perhaps trade higher in Magni. Perhaps purchase a cart and all that. Not sure yet.
Okay.
An hour and 10 minutes is so specific.
Well, the reason it's an hour and 10 minutes is because she'd like to cast Find Familiar.
Oh.
And it takes the form of a fae owl.
Takes the form of a fish.
That's what I thought.
Of a fae owl. They'll just
Okay.
sit on her shoulder and like put his head on her head. She's just scratching it.
Yeah, there's this slight gust of sand and snow that kind of blows through the caverns, and it kind of coalesces into this fey owl right at Billy's feet, and then it just hops up onto your shoulder.
Okay, that's what she'll do that. I cannot believe that takes an hour, but damn mechanics.
As soon as that is done, Brad will walk over and say, "Is the madam ready to go and venture out into the hot desert yet, or shall we wait?"
Can go. I just wanted to do that first. I'm a little freaked out. I had a dream last night too. It was a neutral one. I mean, I can't decide if it was good or not.
Okay, well, Laundry 2.0, please. Collect your thoughts, then talk.
Did you finish my dream?
I don't think so. There was a guy, and he talked about my past, and I don't know, or he said running from a past, and as a matter of fact, I'm not running from a past, but it's it was weird. It was just weird.
Did you find your bridge?
No, but there was a star.
Who did you kill, Billy?
I didn't kill anybody.
Oh, so you robbed someone.
Oh, I didn't commit a crime at all, and I refuse to commit a
Kidnap
crime.
them, then? I mean, kidnapping is barely a crime, really.
Oh, no, no, I refuse to commit a crime.
Oh. Knowingly, of course.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm aware, I haven't committed a crime.
No, you definitely haven't. There's no chance that you have committed any crimes while traveling with us at all, wink wonk.
I mean, except for defending ourselves, which isn't really a crime. I mean,
Like I said, we're completely innocent of everything, wink wonk.
I don't know. I don't think I'm a criminal.
Same, wink wonk.
There are people who might say different, though.
Oh.
She'll sidle up to Laundry and Alleyway. She's, like, obviously freaked out.
Has Alleyway awoken?
By this point, probably. I think she's just kind of hanging out on Laundry's shoulder. And, like, picking the food off of, or, like, out of his hand as he goes to eat it and eating it herself.
Perfect.
I'm gonna look down and wonder where it went, and then been like, that rascally squirrel.
Ellie just says, "Yeah, you better get more."
We start making our way towards the town through the desert, then.
Okay. The desert, while still cold, it's very mild. The cold isn't biting at your skin. There's almost no wind to speak of. The sand, rightly, is pretty much staying in place as it's not being blown around at all. and you make good time. You're able to reach the town uh, just about as the sun is starting to set on the horizon.
I think we will go and find that same inn that we stayed at last time, and Brad will get us some rooms.
Yeah, they'll have rooms available. It's like much of the time, this town is basically set up for anyone wandering into or out of the desert, and so they don't have a lot of you know travel going through here. So the innkeeper recognizes you as you come in and is slightly surprised even as your entire party walks in seemingly unscathed.
Good evening. I'll need 2 rooms, please, sir.
Oh, 2
2
rooms.
rooms, 4 beds. 2 rooms, 4 beds.
Interesting. And he kind of like eyes the 2 pairs of you and goes, yeah, we could give you 2 rooms with 2 beds if you wouldn't mind that, young lad.
Not at all. We will need separate beds. We will also need a cot brought up for the other room, because 3 of us will be staying in 1 room, and I will have my own.
I'm going to start counting on my fingers and then say, we could take 4 rooms and 2 beds.
Absolutely not, Laundry. Shut your mouth.
That'd be too much work anyway, dragging the beds out of the rooms, but
Oh, we'd help.
we could give you 2 rooms with 3 beds, and then one of the rooms would have 1 bed and one would have 2. If that's okay.
How about if
That works perfect. Thank you. We'll take them.
If I were to provide the service of removing the beds, would you give us the rooms for free?
No need. The rooms seem to be all set up for you, if you don't mind that.
I hate literally everyone that I have ever ran into.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Brad will, how much does it cost?
It'll be 8 silver.
All right, Brad will pay, and he'll take his key. He'll leave the other one on the counter, and he'll just go upstairs as quickly as possible and lock himself in his room.
Bradley gets shut out right as the door slams in his face. Or is it Landre?
I don't know. What is your character's name?
Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude.
As soon as the door closes on my face, I'm gonna.
I mean, I'm absolutely just going to ignore you.
I'll wait.
Okay. Billy and Allie. Then there's a key on the counter, and he goes, "The lady's sharing the 2-bedroom. Then the other 2 sharing the 1 bed."
Why is this so important to you, weird guy?
There's not a lot that goes on in this town. I just like to,
Oh. Well, in
get
that
an
case, do you want to
eyeful,
sleep with us too?
I've got to work the counter, but
You can just close. No one else comes here. I think we're your only customers.
I guess that's a good enough point.
Oh,
Sure.
you know what? I think Bradley misspoke. I think we need another room for all our pet friends, too.
The familiar and the squirrel are staying with me. Well, the squirrel
Oh,
can
good.
go with Laundry if he wants, but the owl is staying with me.
That's okay. Can we get another room for my cat, Marty Paws? And can you put it on Bradley's tab for me?
Um, I guess I can. Yeah, I can add that to your invoice.
Yes,
Here.
wonderful.
He'll pull another key off of the key hook behind him and hand it to you.
Perfect. Allie's gonna pick up her cat and like point the cat at the key and say to the cat, "That's yours. You're getting your own room tonight, lucky little boy." And she's gonna take both keys and go upstairs.
Are you opening up?
Yeah, she's gonna set up Marty Paws nice and snug, and she's gonna leave him some snacks and some water, and tell him to have fun, not to stay up too late. Then next on her agenda is she's going to write a note to Bradley and slip it under his door, and then she's gonna go to the room that I guess everyone else is gonna sleep in.
Hello, alleyway.
Oh, why are you just standing in front of Bradley's door like that?
Oh, he's busy.
Oh,
Wow, did he kick you out?
No, I've never been in that room before.
Did he shut you out?
No, I was just waiting for him to answer.
did you try knocking?
Yes, I did.
Did you try picking the lock?
Lovers quarrel, eh?
Oh, you were here too. Great. I'm glad you took me up on our offer.
I didn't. I could try it, I suppose. I'm gonna get down on my knees. And then
Okay,
I'm
well,
gonna
we'll
take
leave you
one
to it,
index
laundry.
finger. I'm gonna go. I choose you.
Before they walk away, Billy will take her staff and just pound on the door. Then walk away.
There's
I
also a
think Brad
very
jumps up from the book that he's reading every single time that somebody knocks or pounds on the door, but he is not answering and he is not giving in to these assholes. They're terrorists. And terrorists, we don't negotiate with terrorists.
I knew it was coming. I knew that was coming.
There's also a very feeble knocking on the door. Just, Mr. Bradley.
Keep ignoring everyone. Nobody is coming in here. The room's been paid for.
The old man looks down at Landre, seemingly trying to pick the lock, and says, I guess I'll have to use the skeleton key then.
That
She
sounds
pulls out this.
very frightening.
So, Eric, I would like to mention that I did spend an hour casting a glyph of warding at the entrance of the door. So, hopefully he doesn't walk all the way in.
He opens the door with his old-fashioned skeleton key and he gets about a foot in and kind of bumps against this glyph and goes, Mr. Bradley, I hate to bother you.
I don't believe that for a second.
No, I got a much more tempting offer than perusing your dormitory. But Miss, what was her name? Miss, Dungeon Space or something.
Will you get to the fucking point?
Yes,
You stuttering old fool.
she said to put her feline companion's room on your tab.
That is absolutely unacceptable, and that's not going to be a thing. I will not pay for it. So, get the fuck out of my room. Thank you.
Without leaving the room, he turns to Landre and goes, as the Mr. Bradley's Companion, would you mind covering the room for the young miss?
I would be glad to. Which room is it?
He like points over to where the cat's room is.
Okay.
Goes, it's 4 silver for you. Actually, that's a 1-bedroom. I'm sorry, it's 3 silver.
Sounds pretty.
It's about as pretty as the rest.
You wanted me to do that now.
If you wouldn't mind, sir.
Well, I haven't talked to Bradley yet, but I guess I could come back later.
Well, the door's open if you need to talk to Mr. Bradley, the lawn. Your companion, wink wonk, needs to have some words with you.
Are they out of the room because Brad's just gonna slam the door and lock it?
He's still standing
one
like.
gold coin. He'll slide 1 gold coin out under the door, and that'll be the end of it. Get the fuck away.
He'll go, oh, a gold. I haven't seen one of these in a
Get
while.
the fuck out of here, old man, or I'm going to burn down your fucking inn.
He like starts tottering out slowly, but he continues like, normally we just get paid in weird electrum coins. I didn't even know these were still used. But he'll leave your room and go, well, have a pleasant evening, Mr. Laundry. Cat and...
I'm gonna take my thick blanket with 3 C's and hang it above the cat's door.
Okay.
I would and Billy do a shenanigan very quickly.
Absolutely.
No, unacceptable. No shenanigans in this game.
So
This is a very serious role-playing game.
so I can ask my familiar to change its form. And
Okay.
it can, and I can communicate with it telepathically. So, in theory, would a lizard be able to sneak under Bradley's door?
He could get under the door, yeah.
So I'm gonna, or what about a snake? I'll say a snake, not a lizard.
Yeah, if it's a small snake.
Okay, so Billy will turn to Allie, and she's still like messing with the owl, and she'll go, "Hey, Allie,
Yes.
is Brad afraid of snakes?"
Yeah.
Or does he like snakes? Or does he like animals?
I've never seen him really interact with an animal.
He seems like the kind of person who would like snakes.
He does ride a horse though, and that's kind of like a snake, so probably.
Okay, come with me. Come with me. All right, so she will very politely ask her owl to change into a snake. And she will set it down on the floor and communicate and communicate telepathically with it and say, "Go under Bradley's door. Do sort of like go under Bradley's door, spook him a little bit, and then come back safe and sound, please." Not even spook him. Just make sure he's okay.
I need you to make a saving throw for your snake. Dexterity, DC 15.
Dexterity? Okay. There you go.
Tim's gonna murder this snake.
Well, I can bring him back. It's not like...
Hey, just make another one.
Right.
You'd be surprised.
There's just a glyph of war to get the ground.
That's a 9.
All right. So that's going to be 5d8 of acid.
Oh, God.
Christ.
Does Laundry see the snake?
Probably. If you're out in the hallway, you probably see just this little
Are are you sleeping in the hallway?
No, I'm waiting for Bradley.
Oh, okay, then
Yeah, you see the snake.
27 would be how much damage
Oh
the
yeah,
snake takes.
he's dead. Oh yeah, he's dead. He's straight up dead.
I think that when the snake comes by, I'm just going to nod hello to him. And what is the death? Is it like, oh, you said
Just
acid?
poofs. Just poofs.
Yeah, as a familiar, it just kind of goes. Like there's probably that light like sizzle of acid, but then it's just like,
He goes, "Oh,
oh no!
I just see green smoke come out of the door.
Is everything going okay? How's the shenanigan coming along?
well, he's dead. He's dead.
Bradley's
he's gone.
dead? No!
No, not Bradley.
Snake killed Bradley!
No, the snake is dead. The snake
Oh.
is dead.
Oh my god, I can't believe Bradley killed your snake! I loved him so much!
I mean, it hurts a little bit that he's gone. But to be fair, I did send a poisonous snake into Bradley's room.
Oh.
Poisonous.
It wasn't
Wow.
gonna bite him.
Jeez.
Billy Way? Are we the bad guys?
No, we're not the bad guys.
Okay. Then that's fine.
Hey, to be fair, it could have been a constrictor snake as well.
Well, it was just a snake, so it's listed as a poisonous snake, but she wasn't gonna order it to bite him or anything. So
Garter snake.
I was basically just gonna go in and like wave hi with its tail and then leave. 'Cause, yeah, I can bring him back tomorrow morning.
Oh, that's good. Why is there a blanket over my cat's room?
I have no idea. Laundry?
Oh. The clerk downstairs asked if I would cover it.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Wondered if maybe he would get cold or I don't know. Sometimes
Well,
I
that-
don't understand reasons for things.
I know. That's very considerate.
That sounds a lot like pissing. It is wine from my wine box, I swear to God.
we talked about this.
I don't know if that's better.
I'm pretty sure that Aubrey is more offended by the wine box than pissing.
That's why I clarify.
Okay, but yeah, I mean,
I myself have no standards in wine.
Is anything else happening on the night?
Not unless Bradley answers.
Hopefully not. No, I'm definitely not answering the door at all under any circumstance.
no.
Billy, are you casting Conjure Familiar before or after you go to bed?
I'll do it before
Okay.
the owl is back. She just goes, "I'm sorry I sent you in there. That was a mistake on my part."
Ouch.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't know he'd have acid in front of the door. I thought if anything it was just going to be like a force field.
It looks at you for a few seconds and then just like wraps around your arm.
No, she can just straight up communicate with it. Like she can talk to it.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, she'll scratch his little head.
Yeah, he'll wrap his way around your arm as you fall asleep. Not tightly or anything, just there. Laundry, you're sleeping in the hallway.
I don't think I slept.
Okay.
Oh, are you just gonna be standing at the door when I wake up and walk out? Because
Yeah.
okay, so when Brad wakes up, he opens up the door, and his first reaction is, "Jesus fucking Christ! What are you doing there, Laundry?"
Bradley, I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to try and finish that dream tonight.
It's morning.
Well,
You're out of time, Laundry. We're going to leave after breakfast.
oh. Well, I suppose I can finish it later.
Did your parents have any children that lived?
I'm gonna get a very thoughtful look on my face and then say,
I don't remember.
That's fair. That's fair. Brad will pat him on the shoulder and go downstairs.
Okay. Brad, roll me a wisdom save quick.
That one.
Okay. So, Brad, as you walk down the stairs, you get about 3/4 of the way down, and there are those stairs where, like, it's half of a stair set and then, like, a little platform, and then another half after, like, a turn. So you're, like, on this bottom stair set, and you just feel your knees go weak, your vision goes black, and you just feel yourself falling.
As I'm about to pass out, my last sentence is going to be, "If I die, someone slap Laundry."
So, as your vision goes black, your head is just filled with a cacophony of voices. You can't pick out any of them until they all start to kind of sound like they're echoing each other. And then it kind of like focuses in on one and go, Bradley. It seems you've attained a second piece. Congratulations.
I'm pretty sure that I have a concussion back in wherever I am. You couldn't have waited for me to not be on a stairwell?
I didn't know you were on a stairwell. I apologize,
Well, that
but I
seems
assure you you are
blatantly
fine.
irresponsible. How do you know? You didn't know I was on a stairwell. How do you know that I'm fine?
Because I can tell your physical and mental health at the time. Right now, you are unconscious, but fine, like I said.
That's what the NFL said at first.
True, but I assure you, there is fun in this league of ours.
All right. What is it that I can do for you?
Well, I simply wanted to let you know, with my increased power now, I still can't tell you how many shards there are of me left out there, but the one active shard is far to the south. It's in the kingdom of Aberys. Do you know where that is?
No, I don't think I do.
There's a few very stilted moments of silence, and then I believe in your era it is called the Blood Sea on the south of your kingdom. It is past that.
All right, Better, closer, warmer. Starting to,
You would definitely know the Blood Sea. It is the southern sea on the bay, like on the map that's posted. It's what Estuary Bay is on top of.
So that's the next one you want me to go after, is that right?
Well, that's the only one currently active. If you have other business, I'm in no personal rush. My
Well,
power
I'm
is growing, and yes, it is helpful for each of us, correct?
Yeah, so long as I don't get CTE.
Well, if you have more pressing matters, I have no problem with you taking care of that first, of course.
Mostly I just need to make sure that that Jimenez and Jim Mendez are thoroughly taken care of.
I have no idea what that means, but again, tend to your own business before mine. My power is ready and waiting, and yours is still growing. Nurture it. Grow it.
Well, I really want some coffee, so if we're done here.
Indeed. Until next we speak, Bradley.
Yes,
And
quite.
you come to at the bottom of the stairs. Landre, as you heard, if I die, someone slap Landre, what would you do?
What is his situation? Can I see him when he says that?
He had just exited your view. So like the staircase goes down halfway and then like turns to the right and then goes down the rest of the way. He had just taken that corner out of your vision.
As soon as I hear him say, "If I die, I'm going to try and run to his rescue."
Okay. As you get to that first little landing in the stairs, you see Brad picking himself up off the floor.
Good morning, Bradley.
Good morning, Laundry.
Did you have any nice dreams?
Yes. And Brad will walk away and go to the bar and order a coffee.
I'll follow him. Did they involve nuts?
No.
Lots and lots and lots of nuts.
No.
Because I think a lot of nuts would be such a nice dream.
Yes, well.
I hope that my dream ends with a lot of nuts.
Laundry, sometimes I think I'm nuts for traveling with you.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Bradley.
Fair enough. I'm not very nice to you, so that would make sense. Let me ask you something hypothetical, Laundry, and realistically this is rhetorical too, because your answer will probably be inane and I won't like it. So just listen. Let's say hypothetically that some ancient power that is definitely evil has me doing certain tasks for it. You'd probably be a dick to him, right?
Is he my best friend?
No, far from it.
I think I would kill him, Bradley.
Laundry, that might be the smartest thing I've ever heard you say.
just gonna be sitting
The
here
only thing
staring
is,
at him.
how do we... What?
I'm just gonna be sitting here staring at you.
But how would we lure it out into the open?
What is it?
I'm assuming that I cannot use its own sword to do the deed.
Does it like nettles?
Probably not, Laundry.
If you were an evil entity, Bradley, where would you hide?
Yes, if. Probably in plain sight.
I'm gonna start looking under things, like looking under my plate and lifting up stools.
I was first contacted after I bought this sword. I think the sword might be more than I bargained for.
I thought you said this was a hypothetical.
Right. Well, the best part is, Laundry, you won't remember any of this in an hour. And he'll pat him on the head.
You know, Bradley, as I lift up another stool and look underneath it, why don't you just ask him where he is? I mean, I could keep looking, but the world is a big place, as we've found.
Yes. Laundry, it's very disconcerting when there's wisdom in your words. I don't like it.
If you don't like it, then I don't like it either.
I don't know how to respond to that at all.
If you don't know how to respond to it, then I don't know how to respond to it either.
Yes, quite.
Are you gonna eat that?
Yes, Laundry! Stay out of my damn food!
So Billy, you would be coming down the stairs just in time to hear "Stay out of my damn food."
Morning.
Yes, quite.
Whose food are you staying out of, Laundry? Well, Bradley's, I'm assuming.
Brad, can you roll me a perception check quick?
Sure.
Oh god, it's the snake, isn't it?
12?
Hey, you see the old man who's been working the bar. He's like wiping the same glass that he's been wiping for like the entire time you've been down here, and just kind of like waggling his eyebrows at you like and then he'll like look at Laundra and then look at you and then keep like waggling his eyebrows.
Are you itchy?
No, just interested in you. Little.
I was worried that maybe you'd eaten nettles.
You know, you can actually brew nettles and make quite a nice tea out of them.
Nope.
They
Nope.
relieve.
Nope. Don't.
I can do
Nope.
it
Don't.
right now.
Connor, nope.
It's quite good
Nope.
for your sis.
You really don't. I can't. Nope.
All right.
Sir, can you point me in the direction of a wagoner and the marketplace, please?
He looks at you for a few seconds and then goes, I'm afraid there's no wagoner in town. I'm assuming you mean someone who would make a wagon. Yeah, there's not really a need for it. Those who are are in town are pretty much in it for life, and those who are passing through don't spend more than a day or two. But you can probably speak with a few other people in town and see if they have anything might need for sale. But, for the most part, anything you might need bought, I can probably procure for you. Yeah.
Well, I need a cart, and I need to meet with the local merchants to price out some things. But a cart and a horse you could absolutely help me with.
So I just want to say, Chris, yes, he poured something into the glass he was cleaning, took a sip out of it, dumped it out, and then continued cleaning it.
I thought it would have been better if he was just cleaning out the glass, paused, put it up to his mouth, made an obnoxious drinking noise, and then went back to cleaning it.
Oh no, my mouth holes all over.
I am
I
begging
guess
you to
I'll wipe
stop.
this out. Here you
Begging
go,
you to stop.
Billy.
She just takes it and then just sets it down very gently. Just goes, "Thank you."
When you do that, he pulls another glass and just starts wiping it absentmindedly. But he'll go. He'll say, you said a cart and a grocer, was that right? Or just a marketplace? Mr. Bradley. Mr. Bradley. Nudge, nudge, wink, 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 wink.
I'm here. I accidentally muted myself. It's a spell that happens from time to time.
Wink, wonk. I've had the accidental spell go off on me too once or twice.
I'm gonna polymorph him into a toad.
Oh no!
Okay.
DC 15 wisdom.
Get fucked, creepy old man. Your day of reckoning has arrived. Level us up.
It was tilting into a 17, hit the wall, and tilted back into a 7. So 7.
Yeah.
He's now a
and I'm
toad on
gonna
the
look-
bar, and he's just licking the outside of your glass right now.
I'm going to look at laundry, and in my best Tim Blake Nelson impersonation, I'm going to say, "You was turned into a horny toad." And then go back to sipping my coffee.
Laundry is obviously just smiling and nodding.
Wink wonk.
Oh no! Oh, was. Oh my god! So, Molly just looks at him and she goes, "Is that true, polymorph, or is he gonna return back and is he gonna come back?"
He's going to come back, but first let me show you something. And Brad's going to lead Billy upstairs, and he's going to show her the holes that this creepy old man has drilled into the walls so that he can peep on his fucking guests. And he'll say,
Oh,
"See, I'm in the right here."
you are in the right. That's so creepy.
Billy, roll me a perception check.
15 again. On a lot of 13s tonight.
You notice the only holes that are drilled in the walls are ones coming out of Bradley's room?
Sadly, the only holes here are the ones that are coming out of your room.
I didn't drill them. I noticed them because they were coming out of my room. Duh.
Can I roll an insight check? Can I insight him?
Absolutely.
Or I don't know if I can do that on on players, but
No, yeah, roll it insight.
oh yeah, that's not a that's oh well actually that's a 13.
13. Um, there's definitely a chance that it's coincidence. There's also a chance it was Bradley. There's also the chance that it was the old man.
I mean, you've really not given me any reason to trust. You've really not given me a reason to not trust you. So
Exactly. I'm a good guy, Wink Wonk.
she laughs out loud.
How long does polymorph last?
An hour.
Okay.
So what
Can
do we
I-
do? Do we just eat, or do we just leave, or
I was thinking we should just leave. It'll get
that makes-
better eventually. It's fine.
I mean, whatever you think is best, Bradley?
Also, more comical is they'll probably think he's a witch when he tells everyone about this. Then Brad will start walking and try and find the marketplace on his own.
Meanwhile, Allie's still asleep.
Well, I was gonna say, can they, when they go back down to the bar, can Allie be behind the bar at this point?
Oh,
Oh my
100%.
God.
Yeah, she's taken over working the bar, and she's now slowly and methodically cleaning one glass.
Ellie, what are you doing?
Taking over the business, I guess. There wasn't anyone here except for this toad that I released into the wild because I don't know how it got in here. But other than that, I've cleaned up after it.
Brad
and I've
will
decided-
die laughing immediately after Allie says that. Like, he fucking dies.
Yeah, I pitched him out the back door. Back to nature. Toads can't be in here. It's illegal.
It's illegal.
Well, it would appear that we've acquired a bar. Or, no, whatever you'd like to call it.
Bradley,
Yes, laundry.
we really can call it whatever we'd like.
Well, not anything you would like. You obviously need to get approval from everyone else because you're an idiot.
Do you think everybody would like Arnold?
What the fuck? You want to name it Arnold?
That
Oh,
would-
are you too
Not a
pregnant?
child laundry. It's
Oh.
a business.
I don't think that Arnold is a child's name. I've never met a child named Arnold.
Well, at some point, everyone named Arnold was a child, you fucking twit.
I'm just sitting here thinking.
Allie's gonna serve him something in a glass and tell Laundry that it looks like he's having a rough day, and then to count it on the house, but it's totally just a glass of water.
Alleyway,
Yes?
do guild members get free drinks here?
No, I run a legitimate business, and I need to make income to keep this place running. So you're lucky I gave you that for free.
Damn, she's
I'm
right.
gonna have to charge you double for the next one, unfortunately. One.
Okay, it is water.
Nice.
I would like another one. But could you make it a double?
Wow, sounds like I'm gonna have to charge you extra for that. Tall order. You must be thirsty today, Wink Wonk. And she's gonna She's going to just go fill up 2 cups with more water, and she's going to say, "That'll be 40 electrum pieces, please."
Another D10.
6.
This water tastes stronger.
I'm gonna slide 40 electrums over,
Pleasure doing business with you.
which means I'm now down to 360.
Noted.
Allie, do you put that in the register, or do you just take it?
Oh, there's a register. Yeah, I should probably go on the register.
Okay. You don't have the key to the register.
Hmm.
Do you just put it on top of it, or you just pocket it?
Brad will pull out his Swiss Army ring and try and open it up for Allie.
Well, thank you.
Bradley.
It'll be a D100. And do you want
Alright.
high or low?
Let's go low.
Okay.
Well, that's 88, so I'm assuming no.
You go to pull out a key, and you find yourself holding a knife.
I'll just use my thieves' tools to do it this time.
Okay.
Um, 15.
Oh yeah, you're. It's a very simple lock.
How much is in there? Because I'm taking all of it.
It's whatever you paid for the rooms.
Oh, so my gold piece and then
Ow.
the 8 silver?
Actually, it's just the 8 silver.
He can keep the gold piece if he makes it out.
Thanks for getting that open. I could use a handyman around here if you want a job, Bradley.
Bradley.
You know, this gets me thinking, Allie.
Yes?
We should buy a bar in Magnes.
Why, when I have
That
one
way we'll
here?
have a base of operations in both of the places that we hang out regularly.
But I worked so hard to get this one.
Did you, though, or did I transform someone into a toad and then you stumbled into shooing him outside?
That sounds ridiculous, Bradley.
Very true, wink wonk. And Brad's gonna walk outside.
Children these days. No senses of responsibility. And she goes back to
He's
cleaning.
gonna go look for the
cleaning.
toad, by the way.
Prad's looking for the toad.
Yep.
Okay. Investigation check then.
Alright. 11, wink wonk.
There's a surprising amount of toads out here. You think you count at least 8.
Brad immediately gives up.
You step back into the inn and think, you know, some of those were probably frogs, but fuck it.
Oh, I don't even think Brad thinks that. Like, he never gives it a second thought. As soon as he sees that it's not going to be just incredibly easy, way too much work, and he's over it.
Fair enough. So it's probably been about 15 minutes since you cast that spell.
What does he have in the storeroom? Does he have any ale or wine or anything like that?
There's not any bottles. There's a bunch of, like, kegs. I would say 3 of them are tapped.
Are there any that are untapped?
I would say there's about 4 kegs that are untapped.
All right. So here's my plan then. I'm going to go into I'm going to basically go into the marketplace area and see if I can find somebody that has a cart and a horse.
There is one person who has a horse, from what you can see.
Son of a bitch. I have an idea. And Brad is going to go. What are the tables like? What do the tables look like on in the bar?
In the bar?
The bar in whatever.
Yeah, it's like those like low circular tables. They could fit 4 people.
Better question
without,
about
like,
its construction.
crunching.
Is there like one center like leg, you know what I mean? Or is it like 4 legs at each corner?
Yeah, it's one center leg that branches off into 4, about halfway.
All right. I'm going to pull out my hand axe, and I'm just going to chop off the center leg in the thinnest spot that I can. And I'm going to then load up the untapped kegs, and I'm going to then try and sort of rope them onto the table, and then use my horse to pull it like a sled.
Okay, you can get 4 kegs. No, I think 3 kegs onto this table.
Fuck yeah, that's good enough. And I'll leave him 10 gold pieces in the register.
Okay.
Allie thanks you for your business. And she pockets 10 gold.
Do you buy anything else? Because right now it's just this one table with 3 kegs on it, roped together, tied to a horse.
I mean, I didn't think that it was going to be quick going. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely not the best setup, but...
Yeah, for, like, this alone is probably taking 45 minutes. I'm just wondering
Right.
if you're buying anything else, or...
Nope. I'm going to be ready to go, like, right as that dude is transforming back into a human.
Okay. How about the rest of you?
Hey, Billy,
Billy
we need
is-
to have a talk.
Why?
So, I've been thinking, you and we've been traveling together for some time. I mean, we're basically like family at this point. And to be honest, I think it's about time for you to also get a job. And as luck would have it, I have an opening here. Are you interested?
I thought this was our work. And she'll just like gesture around.
Yeah, the bar
At
the
the-
bar/inn I now own. She
Ooh.
slides a gold piece across the bar. Interested now?
I mean, it's really pretty. Is this like a spell component? Or
The gold piece? No, it's money. You know what money is, right?
I've heard of it. I don't really get the concept.
Oh, well then it just keep it. Put it in a pocket. Save it for a rainy day. You can use it to buy goods and services.
Or I'll take it. If you don't want it, I'll definitely... You can hand it over here.
Brad, you're outside. Enough of that nonsense.
I love money! Ah!
She'll put it in one of the. She'll go. I know where to put it, and she'll unscrew the. She'll like open the jar that has the brain in it, drop it in, and screw the lid back on, and then hang it back on her belt or wherever she has it. I don't know.
You're gross, but cool. You're hired too. Great. So I don't know if you know this, Billy, but we have a very important guest with us, staying with us these days. And I need you to pamper this guest as much as possible. Show him the village, take him out for a nice meal. I really want to wow him with all the things us and this town has to offer.
Who's this guest, Allie?
Well-
There's no one here except for us.
I think he's been sleeping in today, but you'll see that there's a blanket that marks which room he's staying in. So if you don't mind the key to his room, maybe get him set up with a nice grooming session. He could probably use a nice comfortable bath, take him to a play or something. Really, all the stops. Invoice me for anything you need to purchase along the way.
I mean, your cat's room?
Marty Paws? Yeah.
Yeah,
of
Marty
course.
Paws.
Yeah. Who do you think I was talking about?
I don't know. Cats eat snakes.
It's worth a try.
Hey,
Somewhere.
wait a minute.
So, Landre, as you walk out the bar, you're kind of like following Bradley, probably at a semi-close distance. Not too far, but as you walk out, you see these two toads shortly outside of the door, right next to him. One of them abruptly turns into an old man, and he's saying, "And so I says to the hussy, if you had as many poking in you as you have poking out, you'd be a porcupine." Oh, seems I made my way outside somehow. Ah, Mr. Laundry, good to see you, good to see you. I hope your room was enjoyable with the young Mr. Bradley. Mr. Bradley, I see. I hope your room was enjoyable as well with the accommodations. Wink wonk.
I didn't stay in a room.
What? Well,
Tell
whatever
me,
you stayed in, wink wonk. I
Have you-
hope you enjoyed it.
have you met the owner of this bar?
Madam, I am him.
I was just going to say, they've got a good deal running now where they give you your first drink free and then they charge you double for your second drink, but they also make it a double. And he's going to start thinking and he's going to say, so that turns into what's a double of a double?
Sounds
Anyway,
like a triple, probably. Oh, I wouldn't give a full double anyway. But
It's
it's
a-
good to know. I might pour myself one, you know.
It's oh, but you have to be a guild member.
What the hell guild are you talking about?
Well, you have to travel with us.
No.
That's a tempting offer.
Yeah,
Mr.
we have,
Bradley!
we have a lot of adventures.
Mr. Bradley!
What?
Here, you don't happen to have need for an old washed-up paladin, do you?
I do, as a matter of fact. But
Really?
I'm going to need you to run Allie's bar for her instead.
Oh,
Does that sound reasonable?
well, where is it?
It's right here, of course. And he'll point at the old man's establishment.
If you're going to be running this, are we still going to get free guild member drinks?
He looks around a little confused and kind of scratches his head for a few minutes before going, fuck it. I ain't got nothing better to do. I guess I'll take you up on that offer.
Here's the most important part, though. We're going
Hey,
to
man.
start doing a fish fry every Friday to draw in customers.
Bradley.
Bradley.
Bradley!
He walks inside.
That's a good idea to do a fish fry on a Friday. Sean and I are
Oh,
soulmates.
fuck off, laundry.
The old man walks into the bar to Allie behind the bar and Billy at it and goes, "Hey, miss,
Oh, hi.
Dungeon
Welcome
Passage
to
or
Arnold.
whatever.
What can I do for you today?
Welcome to Arnold.
yeah, I was told by the old B train out there that I was supposed to be taking over for you, and
What's a train?
you know, it's
Oh, one of those. Yeah.
every Friday with a fish fry. Yeah. I think today's a Friday.
Oh.
You want me to fry a fish for you?
Are you lost? Do we need to take you home to your grandkids so they can take care of you? It's okay. I just hired someone new to hang out with people who walk in here. Billy, take this old single man home.
Allie, get out here now! Quit
I have-
playing bartender, we have to go.
I have to run the bar. It's
No,
mine.
you don't! We have to go! Now, Allie, and he'll point at the ground and tap his foot.
Fine, but I'm taking this. And she just grabs like 3 bottles from behind the bar.
He
and
totters
goes
over-
upstairs and grabs her cat and then walks out in a huff. She turns around, looks at the bar longingly, and takes a deep breath and says, "Oh, Arnold, I hardly knew you. And I worked so hard to get you. I'm so sad that I must be torn away. But hopefully I leave you in good hands." And she just pats like the front door a little bit.
The old man totters over to Billy and goes, "So, you'll be taking care of me then?"
Oh, I will. Billy, recognizing this is the old man, and she, like she said, she has no reason not to trust Bradley. So, she will just like, she's gonna. Oh God, this isn't gonna end well. She will, kind of like put her like she'll take her staff and like cross it across his chest and go, "You need to plug up those holes that are leading out of the room that was Bradley's last night." It's really fucking creepy.
He immediately looks towards the ceiling and goes, "Oh no! Is there a leak or something? Oh, I'll get right on that. Make sure everything is nice and tight for you next time, miss."
Holes in the wall.
He looks at you for a few seconds rather confusedly and says, like nail holes.
Oh, like, you know what? Never mind. There's holes in the walls and they need to be filled before there's other guests in here.
He'll kind of totter over to the wall behind the bar and start kind of looking over it for any holes.
Oh, upstairs in the room. You know what? Never mind. Never mind. Just don't be creepy. It's unbecoming.
He looks at you again and goes, "Oh, I know you. You rented a room last night. I hope everything was to your liking." And he immediately starts polishing the same glass that he had been polishing before.
So This is I don't know exactly what she's gonna say, but this is so she is so the bar so from outside the bar, you guys just hear most spitting perfect version of Bradley's yelling that does not come from Bradley.
Dicks, 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 and also dicks.
You really fucking think like just like and then she just like you just hear that and then she comes walking out in the huff. She straightens up her wizard hat and says, "Let's go."
Yeah, what a dump. I hate this place. Let's get out of here, guys.
Alleyway.
Laundry.
How old is Arnold?
Oh, well, my great-grandfather built the establishments from the ground up several decades ago. I don't have rough estimates, but if I had to put a guess on it, I would say 235 and a half years.
I knew it.
I knew you knew it. She hops onto his shoulders.
I will buy you a better bar and inn. You have my word.
For whatever that's worth. I mean, okay, yeah, sure, great.
Oh
Let's do
shit.
You know what, you little ungrateful bastard?
Oh, you heard that. Probably because I said it out loud. You weren't supposed to hear that. That was for me and my cat alone.
Well, it wasn't, because you said it to everyone.
Oh. Well,
And people have feelings, Allie.
prove me wrong, Bradley.
Believe me that I'm crazy.
He just laughs.
As a lot of you continue outside of the city, Bradley dragging three casks on a table behind his horse. The rest of you walking.
Well,
Billy-
no, Allie is riding on laundry.
Oh, that's fair. Allie's
Yeah.
riding on laundry.
Faster.
Billy, the last thing you had heard about as you huffed out of the bar doing your best Bradley impression was just like, oh, yeah, I guess there are a few links in down. And a lot of you leave Ice Haven in all of its splendor. I think it's around 11 when you are leaving.
Okay.
So it'll probably be about a day and a half of tundra journey before you kind of make it back to Greenlands again. Excuse me. And again. And next week we'll pick up there.
Man, I
Sick.
expended a lot of stuff. I lost my blanket and 40 electrum.
Oh no, you didn't go back for your
my
blanket.
monkey spear.
Well, Brad got the spear, and I think Allie took the electrum.
Oh, yeah, I totally have the Electrum.
It's all aside from the blanket. I guess it's all still in the family.
Aw.
Did Allie ever go back for her cat?
Yeah, she stole 3 bottles from behind the bar and then went upstairs to grab her cat, and then she
Yeah.
hopped out.
Did you take the blanket when you went up there?
Yeah, she's wearing it like a robe now.
Okay. Fair enough. That
Laundry, I'm
tracks.
so thick with 3 C's now.
Now the Duke is sure to pay attention to me.
Oh, that's old news. She's over that. That plot line's done.
She's over that.
Is
Fuck
she?
that guy.
Okay.